And welcome everybody, Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV, and welcome to opening day in 1961. This is April 11th. We're going to replay the Yankees using APBA Basic with the advanced features, basic advanced features. First game in 1961 was played against the Minnesota Twins at Yankee Stadium. And for the Twins, it's on the mound. It's going to be Pedro Ramos. And Ramos is a C-Y-Z. He'll be facing Whitey Ford on the Yankee side. He's an A-Y. Let's go over the lineup for the Minnesota Twins. It's Zola Versailles, the shortstop. Larry Green batting second, the center fielder. Harman Killebrew, the first baseman, batting third. Batting cleanup is Jim Lemon, the left fielder. Fifth is Bob Allison, the right fielder. Batting sixth is Earl Batty, the catcher. Reno Bertoia, I think that's what it says there, and we'll look. Yeah, it looks like a Bertoia. He is the third baseman, batting seventh. Batting eighth is Billy Gardner, the second baseman, and batting ninth is Pedro Ramos, the pitcher. For the Yankees, it's going to be Bobby Richardson leading off at second base, followed by Hector Lopez, the left fielder. Yogi Berra, the catcher, batting third. Batting cleanup is Mickey Mantle, the Mick, in center field. Batting fifth is Roger Maris, the right fielder. Bill Skowron, the first baseman, batting sixth. Batting seventh is Tony Kubeck, the shortstop. Clete Boyer, third baseman, batting eighth, and batting ninth is Whitey Ford. And we're right about to start. As you know, APBA plays very quickly. It's fielding column 3 for Minnesota, fielding column 2 for the Yankees. And I'm going to quickly grab the 1961 charts, and we're using the 1961 cards as well. And we've got the 1961 sacrifice booklet that we're going to be using. And here are the boards, so you can see them a little bit. Basically, we'll be using bases empty and runners on first base. I know most of it by heart, but I will be checking since it is 1961, and I don't use the 61 boards all the time. It's going to be over here to my left, and I can't fit everything in the screen. And let's do this. It's Zorro, that's his nickname. Zola Versailles. And here's the pitch. We're using a cardboard dice shaker, yellow dice shaker. That's acceptable. The APBA Patrol will not write me a citation. And here's the pitch. It's going to be a 51, and that's an 8, and against an A pitcher, that's going to be a pop-up to third base. Third baseman Clete Boyer, in fair territory on the infield grass, makes the catch, 1 down. All right, next batter is, now I made scans. As you can see, it's a white backing because I made scans of these cards because I don't want to use the actual cards because that'll just create where I have to actually protect each one in a sleeve. So I just made scans, and I'm using the scans, and I'm protecting the actual cards. But I do have the actual cards right next to me. For example, this is the Twins right here. Batty is right there. Look at that. I just don't want to beat them up, and just rather be able to, if I'm going to replay this team, I may just use the actual cards for the teams that the Yankees play, and for the Yankees, I'll use the scans. So here's Larry Green. That's going to be a 62, and that's a swing and a miss, and he goes down on strikes. That's the first strikeout for Whitey Ford. Threw him a curveball that dropped off the table. And here's Harman Killebrew. Big power numbers for Harman Killebrew. If you know APBA, 60, a 1 at 66, a 1 at 11. So he's a 1-1-4-5, which that's pretty impressive, a 5 at 22. And here's a pitch, and that's going to be a 46. Struck him out. Back-to-back Ks for Whitey Ford. We go to the bottom of the first inning here in New York. 1961. Let's talk about our sponsors. Come to where the flavor is. Come to Marlboro Country. Pabst Blue Ribbon Beer. Recapture the flavor of the great times. Brewed slow and natural for that good old-time flavor. And for the taste that you like, light up a Lucky Strike. They taste better. It's toasted to taste better. And it's going to be Bobby Richardson now. It's going to be a 15, and that's line base hit. A 10 off Richardson's card. So he's on at first. So they quickly get to Ramos. Ramos is only a C. CYZ, let's see what happens. Here's Hector Lopez, known as Heck. And that's a 65 is a 31. That's a fly ball, center field. Over is Lenny Green. And that's one away. Here's Yogi Berra. Yogi Berra's got good numbers. He's got a 1 at 66 and a 5 at 11. Didn't hit a lot of doubles, but hit some home runs. That's good. 26. 26 with a runner at first, fielding column 3, and that's going to be fielder's choice. So it's bounced to the second baseman, Gardner. Flips to the shortstop, Versailles. So 4-6, and Berra is on with a fielder's choice. I'm using the Digi Dugout scorecard. I had an issue printing because I don't know, I had to reboot my printer and anyway, Mickey Mantle 1155. Holy smokes, he hits a ton of home runs. And that's going to be a 55, and that's going to be an 8. That's line base hit. And Yogi Berra, he is not slow, so he will make it to third base. So that's the second hit of the inning, and the Yanks got first and second with 2 outs. And here comes Roger Maris. Roger Maris's card is mind-bending. It's got a 1116. You don't see very many of those. 1116. Yikes. All right, here's a pitch from Ramos. And that's a 36, which will be a 33 with first and third. That's some sort of a pop-up, but I just don't know if it's a Y. And it's not popped up. Infield second baseman Gardner calling for it, and he makes the catch. Now Gardner will be a Yankee at the end of the season. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. We go to the top of the second inning. And I'm not keeping track here. I'm sorry, forgive me. Whenever I start the games, I totally forget the first inning. So let me quickly pop this in. All right, we're at the top of the second inning. Now I'll start keeping track of the online screen. I'm sorry. Lemon, that's a 43 and a 29. That'll be bounced right back to the pitcher, Whitey Ford, and he'll throw him out. 1 down. And it's Bob Allison, 61, and that's bounced to short. Charged by Kubeck. Kubeck fires the first, and high throw, but nice stretch by the first baseman, Bill Skowron. 2 down. And Batty's up with a 41, and that is a slow bouncer to the shortstop. Kubeck charges hard, barehands it, fires the first, and gets Batty. 6-3, 3 up, 3 down. Some good defense by the Yanks. Going to be Moose Skowron leading off. Pitch from Ramos, a 66, and that's a deep drive to left field. Back goes Lemon, and that ball is gone. Home run. Home run for Skowron. Yanks lead at 1-0. Got a hold of a Ramos fastball and hammered it to left field. For his first home run of the season, here's Tony Kubeck, left-handed hitter. That's a snake eyes. That's going to be second column. So that's a drive in the gap, and that's going to be carry, and that's gone. Home run, right center field. Tony Kubeck, back-to-back jacks here for the Yanks, the 61 Yanks. Skowron and now Kubeck, homer against Ramos. And the catcher, Batty's going to go out and talk to Ramos. Here's Cleve Boyer. Cleve Boyer has double columns. Take a sip of my hot chocolate. It's cold out here. Two nothing Yanks. Boyer with a 36, and that will be a 33. And that's a strikeout. Boyer swings and misses at a curveball. And here is Whitey Ford. Whitey Ford has a double at 66. I have his, and that's line base hit for Whitey Ford. Single with that snake eyes. Whitey's on it first, so they're getting to Ramos here. But we are rolling some big time doubles. All right, here's Bobby Richardson. That's a 34, and that's a fly ball center field. On the run is Green, and Green runs it down. Two down now. Somehow I bent this card. Look, that's funny. This is the thank goodness I'm not playing the actual cards, because look what happened to this one already. I bent it somehow. I don't know how I managed that. Hector Lopez with 1 on and 2 out. Here's a pitch from the, oh, that's foul back. Souvenir for a lucky fan. Oh, Jesus, that's foul again. Pull down the line and foul ball. 0-2. Oh, and he fouls that one back again. That's a 25, and that is a 5, which is a pop-up left side. Third baseman. Bertoya, I think that's what his name is. Yep, he'll make the catch, and that'll retire the side. 2 runs on 3 hits. The Yankees lead it by a score of 2-0. We are at the top of the third. Here's Bertoya, and he fouls one off. That's a 56, and that'll be a swing and a miss, and he goes down on strikes. Third strikeout, for Whitey Ford. We got a Whitey Ford card here somewhere. No, that's Jim Bouton. Where's my Whitey Ford stuff? Hold on a second. I got a 65 card for Whitey Ford somewhere. No. Got him somewhere here. Don't know where he is. Huh. Oh, there he is. There's Whitey Ford. And he's facing Billy Gardner. Shotgun Gardner. I love that nickname, right? That's a 15, and that is a pop-up. Third baseman Boyer over. A lot of pop-ups to the third baseman in this game. One thing you got to be aware of, that's 2 outs. And now it's Ramos with a 24, and swings and misses, and that ends the inning. No runs, no hits. Nobody left. And we go to the bottom of the third inning. It's 2-0 Yanks. Yogi Berra leading off. Yogi Berra leading off against Pete Ramos here in the third. And that's a 53 and 18. Now we could use the, do I have that around? Hold on a second. I don't know where that is. Well, we're going to make it an E6. It's a ground ball to Kubeck, and Kubeck bobbles it, and everybody's safe. I'm sorry, not to Kubeck. Ramos made a struck out. It's to Zola Versailles, and he makes an error. So Yogi Berra is on it first. Next is Mantle with a 41, and that's a swing and a miss, and he goes down on strikes. 1 down. Here's Roger Maris. That's a 15, and that will be line base hit, and over to third goes Berra. First and third now. Here's Moose Scourin. They're going to play the corners in and the middle halfway. Here's the pitch to Moose Scourin, a 56, and swings and misses at a high fastball. He strikes out. Hold on. E6, K, single, K, and it's Tony Kubeck. He's a lefty, and he homered in his last at bat. It's a 39. There goes Maris, and the throw down. Got him. Caught stealing. Pretty sure that's a caught stealing, a 39. 2-4, but Kubeck is a lefty, so it's going to be 2-6. And that will end the inning. All right, so no runs, one hit, an error, one left, because one was thrown out. We go to the top of the fourth, 2-0 Yankees. Opening day, they only play one game with Minnesota, probably because of the weather. I'm imagining there were more games against the Minnesota Twins. All right, here's Versailles with a 42, and that'll be a swing and a miss, and he strikes out. Chases a ball low and away. One down. Now I'm trying to keep up. Next batter is Green, and he lifts one to Lopez. Lopez there, 2 down. And it's Harman Killebrew with a 54, and that is a, what happened to Harman Killebrew? Hold on a second. There he is. That's lifted to right. And it's Maris under it. Squeeze it for the out, and that retires the side. 3 up and 3 down. Clete Boyer leading off. No, it should have been Tony Kubeck. He was up when the other batter was thrown out stealing. That's right. When Maris was thrown out stealing. It's a 34, and that's lifted to Green, and Green drifts over, settles under it, and makes the catch. Boyer's up with a 55. That's line. Base hit. Rips one to left center field. Played on a hop by Lemon. Gets it in, and we got Boyer on at first. We're going to try to bunt. We're going to use that classic looking. No spiral on this one. This is like taped. So we're going to bunt. Let's see what happens here. And it's a 36 on Ford, and that's going to be a 33. I think that's a fielder's choice. And it is. It's right back to the pitcher. Turns, whips it to Versailles. Versailles with the throw to first. Not in time. Pitcher Whitey Ford beats it out. Hustling down the line. It's going to be a fielder's choice. 1-6. It's going to be Bobby Richardson with 2 out now and a runner on first base. Here's the pitch. That's a 64, and that's a fly ball. Allison over in right center field makes the catch, and that retires the side. No runs. 1 hit, 1 left, and we move to the top of the 5th inning. I'm going to make another Richardson card because this one's messed up. I messed it up right there. I don't know what I did to it. All right, it's going to be Jim Lemon, pitch. And that's a 43, a 29, and a 29. There's a ball right back to Whitey Ford. Whitey Ford up with it, throws the first, and that's 1 down. Bob Allison with a 15, and that will be popped up left side between the Kubeck and Boyer, and Kubeck calls for it. Can't do any more pop 5, right? Got to do a pop 6 now. Come on, APBA. All right. Could have done a pop 5 with nobody on base and a pop 6 with somebody on base. Or something like that. Wouldn't have hurt him to just add another slash. That was Allison popping up to the shortstop, Kubeck, 2 out. And here's Batty with a 41, and that's bounced to short. Gobbled up by Kubeck, fires to first on target to Skowron. And that is 3 up and 3 down for Whitey Ford. He's gone 5 innings and has retired 15 batters in a row. Holy smokes. All right, go to the bottom of the 5th. And it's going to be Hector Lopez. I know one of my subscribers says Lopez was one of his favorite players. From Cologne, Panama, Hector Heck Lopez. Pitch from Ramos, 35, and that's a 40. That's foul back. Again to Lopez, and that's line base hit for Lopez. 1 for 3 today for Lopez. Now I created this APBA set from 61, this classic original APBA set from 61. What was I going to say? I totally forgot. It doesn't matter. I'll remember in a second. All right, so Yogi Berra is up. Runner on first. Pitch from Ramos. And here it is. It's a 15, and that is lined for a base hit. And going to third is Lopez. We got first and third now. So back-to-back singles for the Yanks here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Yanks are up 2-0. And it's going to be Mickey Mantle. So Ramos is in trouble, to say the least. That's a 56 and a 34, which is a pop-up to somebody. First and third. Fielding column 3 is popped up. Right side, first baseman. Killebrew. He's there. 1 away. So a big out for Pete Ramos. Back during this time, Pedro's wanted to be called Pete. They wanted to Americanize themselves because tons of discrimination, against Latin players, against black players, and especially in certain parts of the country, more so than in others. Here's Roger Maris. Roger Maris is 1 for 2. He's singled in the 3rd inning. And that's going to be a 35, and that'll be ball 4. So the bases are loaded now. And here comes Bill Skowron. Skowron has a solo home run in the 2nd inning. He went back-to-back with Tony Kubeck. Those are the only 2 runs allowed by Pete Ramos. But Ramos, with 1 out here, has got the bases loaded, and they're going to play the corners in, middle halfway. Here's a pitch to Skowron, a 42, and that's strike him out. Big K for Pete Ramos, right-hander from Cuba. He's from a place called Pinar, Cuba. So 2 out now. And he's 1 out away from somehow extricating himself from a precarious on-base situation. Here's Tony Kubeck. Kubeck hit a solo home run in the 2nd inning. And then flied out to center. Here's the pitch. That's a 65, and that will be a 31. That's a fly ball. Green over, and he makes the catch in center field, and that retires the side. Yikes. No runs, 2 hits, 3 left. Yanks leave 3 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. We're going to go to the top of the 6th. Whitey Ford's retired 15 in a row here to start off the game. And here's Reno Bertoya. That's going to be a 46, and that is bounced right back. 1 hopper to Ford. Ford whips it to Skowron, out number 1. So, okay, what I did was I created XBs. I looked at the players, the players that, approximated more than 40 at-bats, and pitchers who had at least, 30 innings. And I added those, which is just 4 or 5 players during this era. And so I'll be able to kind of make a more realistic how can I say, replay, because there will be more players to kind of absorb the innings and absorb the at-bats. You know, it won't be like Roger Maris, you know, getting 200 more at-bats than he's supposed to. So that would not be good. That would not be realistic. So here's Shotgun Gardner. He ends up as a Yankee. That's going to 62, and that will be a fly ball down the line and goes the opposite way. Maris down the line in right field, and Maris comes up with it. So it's an F9 if you're keeping score at home, which you should be. Don't let me catch you not keeping score at home. I'll send the APBA patrol over there. Check Universal Baseball Association Facebook group if you want to see the APBA patrol. They're an extension of the Black Panthers from the early 70s. And here's Ramos. Pedro Ramos is up. It's a 56, and that'll be a strikeout. And that will be 1, 2, 3, 6. The sixth strikeout for Whitey Ford. He's retired 18 in a row. And we go to the bottom of the sixth inning. Leading off is going to be Cleve Boyer. Boyer from Colesville, Missouri, 14, and that's a fly to Lemon. He puts it away. And here is Whitey Ford. I got the card standing up on a stand. And he lifts one to Allison in right. That's 2 away. And here's Bobby Richardson. With a 44, that's line. Base hit, ripped to center field for Bobby Richardson. That's the second hit of the game. He is 2 for 2 now. Strokes one, a frozen rope to one hopper to Green in center field, and Richardson's on at first. Here's Hector Lopez, who's 1 for 3. The pitch to Hector, and that's a 61. That's bounced to the shortstop. Versailles flips to Gardner, and that ends the inning. So no runs, 1 hit, 1 left, and we move to the top of the 7th inning. Top of the 7th inning. It's going to be the top of the order. Versailles, Green, and Harman Killebrew. Pitch from Whitey Ford. And that's a deep drive. That's in the gap. Nobody's going to get this one. Mantle after it, and that's going to bounce in there. 1 hop to the wall. Mantle plays it. Digging for second is Versailles, and that's the end of the no-hitter, my friends. A double, a leadoff double here in the top of the 7th. Perfect game, actually. That's the end of the perfect game. A leadoff double, a 66 for Zola Versailles. And it's Lenny Green now. It's 2-0 Yankees. Here's a pitch. That's a 62, and that struck him out. 1 down. Big K for Whitey there. Killebrew's up now. And Killebrew has the power to send this out of the park. So proceed with caution, Whitey Ford. Here's a pitch, and that's a 63, and a 35 is a foul ball behind the plate. And right there is Yogi Berra, and he makes the catch. Flips the mask away. So he gets the most dangerous hitter on the Twins, Harman Killebrew, to foul out to the catcher. And here comes Jim Lemon. Jim Lemon has a little bit of power at a 1-66. Here's a pitch, and that's a 53, a 17. That's going to be, we're going to play it straight up. Single to right, runner to third, batter to second on throw to third. F scores. Holy smokes. Versailles, is Versailles an F? He will score on this. And yes, he does. It's going to come around to score, 2-1. And runner to second. RBI there for Jim Lemon. Never heard of the guy. He's from Covington, Virginia. I heard of Bob Lemon, didn't hear of Jim Lemon. So it's going to be a single, and he goes to, runner comes home. And it's 2-1. Here's Bob Allison. Bob Allison with some power, and that's a 61. That's a 24. That's grounded to short. Oh, with a runner on second. 24 with a runner on second. I think it's a pop-up, and it is. Shortstop on the infield grass, right behind the mound, makes the catch. Kubick puts it away. No, 1 run on 2 hits, and the score is 2-1 as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. 7th inning stretch, my friends. Yes, sirree. Yogi Berra against Ramos. I'm pushing these guys. That's how I play. That's why I play the old seasons. I like the pitchers to go complete games. Not a big substitute guy. Just like to sit and be in the audience. Here's Yogi Berra with a 54, and that's lifted to Allison, right center field, and he puts it away. Mickey Mantle's up next. And Mantle with a 15, that's line base hit center field. Played on a hop by Green. So Mantle's on at first with a single. A 1-out single for Mickey Mantle. The Mick. In his prime. Here's Roger Maris. Pitch from Ramos. Oh, that's foul back. Again, and that's a 24, and that's struck him out. Struck out Maris. All right, here comes Moose Skowron. 1 on, 2 out. Bottom of the 7th. Here's a pitch from Pete Ramos. That's a 34, and that's lifted. Shallow center. Green racing in. Gets there. And that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. And we move to the top of the 8th inning. It's 2-1 Yankees. It's going to be Earl Batty, the catcher, followed by Reno Bertoya, and then Billy Gardner. Earl Batty, and it's a 36. That's high and away. Ball 1. Again, another pitch, and that's a 7. That's line base hit. He rips one to left center field, played by Lopez. Batty's on with a single. Batty's got a ton of 7s. Holy smokes. Batty had a good season. And a 9-35. Reno Bertoya's up next. Twins weren't that good, though. I believe they only had 70 wins. That's a 44, an 8. And that's going to be a ground ball to the first baseman. And Ford better hurry getting over there, and he just beats Bertoya. So that's going to be 3-1. Tying runs at second base now. And here comes Billy Gardner. Shotgun Gardner. Love that name. The cards that are black and white is because those are the XBs. I made the XBs in black and white because in '64, that's the first year they started doing XBs. They made them in black and white. They came on these sheets, and I think you cut them out. They weren't perforated sheets. So the tying run is on second base. Billy Gardner. Here's a pitch, and that's a 13. That's ball 4. So now the go-ahead run is in first base, and here comes Pedro Ramos, but he's going to get called back for a pinch hitter. And let's see who we're going to bring in to pinch hit. Remember, I don't have all the players, but I have the main guys. So I have this guy. So I'm going to bring in this guy, Valdivieso. That's it, Valdivieso. So let me grab him. He's actually one of the roster players for APBA. They have about 6 roster players. And his name is Valdivieso. He's a utility type guy. And here's the pitch from Whitey Ford. Whitey Ford is an A. That's going to be a 35. Struck him out. Chases a curveball. And Whitey's not afraid of throwing that curveball with runners on base. He's got good control over it. Knows he's got a good catcher back there as well, in Yogi Berra. And here's Zola Versailles with 2 on. Tying runs to second base, 2 out. Yanks with 2 runs, 11 hits, no errors. And Minnesota with 1 run, 3 hits, and 1 error. Yanks got a lot of hits, but haven't been able to drive anybody home. Here's the pitch to Versailles, and that's going to be a 43, a 29, with runners on first and second. Using the classic boards, 29 fielding column, and that's a bouncer right back to Ford, over to first, and that retires the side. So no runs, 1 hit, 2 left, and we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Got the classic boards out today. And these are the classic cards. I just made scans because I don't want to, the envelopes are messed up. I'm figuring out I'm going to probably have to go to Chris for new envelopes. I think Chris White does all the envelopes, and he can make them look like the originals. Half my envelopes are good, the other half are torn up and kind of eaten by, I don't know, termites, roaches, mice, I don't know, they've just been bitten into. Gonna have to go to the bullpen here, and we'll do Moore in a close game. Moore's like their main guy, their closer. Let's see if we can pull him out from somewhere. Here he is. He is only a C, but he's their main guy. So Moore. He's a CXW. CXW. Yikes. Oh, you know what? Shouldn't have given him this walk right here. I'm realizing that. This walk shouldn't have been there, so made an error. The umpire messed up. All right, anyway, let's move on. Tony Kubeck leading off. Got a new pitcher. Moore. He's from Farmer Raised. His nickname is Farmer Raised. He's got a W, so he's got a wild streak. Here's a pitch, and it's a 24, and that'll be a fly ball. Green puts it away, 1 down. Boyer next with a 45, and that's ball 4. Gonna get a bunt. Let's get that classic bunt book. He hit into a fielder's choice. It's a 43 on Whitey Ford, and that's going to be a 29, and a 29 will be, if another fielder's choice, this one's to the first baseman. Hits it hard to the first baseman. And, hold on 1 second. And first baseman whips it to Versailles. No throw back. So it's a 3-6 fielder's choice. They don't need a whole page, 40 different results for a bunt. All they need is a little chart, tiny little chart. That's all they needed for that. But, you know, what are you going to do? He had a lot of competition. He's got, in 62, that's the first season that Stratomatic comes out with some cards. And then he's going to get some other competition as well pretty soon. Here's Bobby Richardson with 1 on and 2 out. Pitch from Moore, 35, and that'll be a 26. And at 26, the runner on first will be a bouncer to second. Flip to the shortstop to retire the side. So no runs, no hits, a walk, 1 left. And we go to last licks for the Twins, top of the 9th. Top of the 9th, who we're going to see? We're going to see Lenny Green. And Lenny Green, Harman Killebrew, and Jim Lemon. It's 2-1 Yankees. Whitey Ford on the mound for the Yanks has only allowed 3 hits. Here's a pitch. The first batter, a 42, and that's ball 4. Loses him. And he doesn't like that call. Ford does not agree with it. Harman Killebrew's next, and Harman Killebrew can easily put one out of the park here. And so the go-ahead run is at the plate, Harman Killebrew. Here's a pitch, and that is, I thought it was a 33, almost there, 13, and that's going to be, he's a Z, so that's no walk. Oh, wait, Ford is not a Z, so it is a walk. Back-to-back walks. And Lemon is up next, and out goes the manager. Out goes the manager. Who is the manager? Ralph Houck. So Ralph Houck, Minnesota was 5th in the AL. The Yankees were 6th in the AL. Well, they're now right now they're 6th in the AL, I guess. And well, that's not possible because nobody's played any games. I don't know what that is, to be honest with you. All right, so Bob Lemon, Jim Lemon's up. Jim Lemon today is 1 for 3. Runners on first and second. We should bunt, you know what? But he's got not really. He's got some power numbers. I hate to bunt with him and hit a home run here. Here's a pitch from him. We're not pulling forward. We're sticking with him. That's going to be a 35, and that's ball 2 because he's got a Z. Oh wait, he doesn't have a Z. He loads the bases. That's another walk. Yikes! I thought he had a Z. Wow, bases are loaded. And that's going to be it. That's going to be it for Whitey Ford. Loads the bases here in the top of the 9th inning. And we're going to go to we're going to bring in Arroyo. He is the closer. He is the Raleigh Fingers of his time. The Mariano Rivera of his time. Arroyo, also known as Yo-Yo. And he's an A-Y. All right, Bob Allison with the bases loaded. Yanks are forced to play the infield in. And here's the pitch. That's going to be a 23 and a 28 with the infield in. Kubeck is an 8. Will that get by Kubeck, or will he have a play at the plate? Well, that's the question. I do not know. These are the old boards. I don't use these boards anymore. All right, so here it is. He's an 8. That's a 28. That's safe at first. Fielder's choice. Runner out at home. So ground ball hit hard right at Kubeck. Kubeck whips it home to Berra, and Berra with the force. So it's going to be 6-2. Bases are still loaded. And here's Earl Batty. Batty's got a crazy card. I don't know what he batted that season, but Batty batted like heck. Man, he was ripping the ball. He was raking. So Batty is not the guy that the Yanks want to face right now with the bases loaded here. The Yanks have a 1-run lead in the top of the 9th inning. And Whitey Ford walked the bases loaded, and in came Yo-Yo Arroyo, Luis Arroyo, who is the Yankees' A closer, lefty, also a lefty. And here's Earl Batty. See what happens. And there's a pitch, and that's a 46 and a 36. Oh boy. A 36 is going to be a wild pitch, and everybody will advance, and the game is tied. Wild pitch. And he goes there, and he goes there. Same. Everybody moves up on the wild pitch. And now we're going to walk Batty intentionally. We don't want to face Batty. And in APBA, you got to roll to see what would happen with Batty. I like that about it. So that's what Batty would have done. That's snake eyes, so that would have been extra bases for sure. But the game is tied at 2 apiece here. And here's Bertoya. And that's a 65, a 35. And that's going to be a strike. W would be a walk, but it's going to be a strikeout for out number 2. Oh, wait, intentional walk. Oops. So it's an IW. Bases are loaded. And then it's a strikeout for the next batter, Bertoya. And here's Billy Gardner. Shotgun Gardner. He will be with the Yankees later on in the season. Gets traded to the Yanks. Here's a pitch from Arroyo, and that's going to be a 51 and 9 with the bases loaded, and that'll be a strikeout to end the inning. So Arroyo comes in and comes up big, retires 3 out of 4, and only base run he allowed was the intentional walk. But the Twins score They score the tying run. It's 2-2. All right. And it's going to be it's going to be Hector Lopez leading off here in the bottom of the 9th inning. I start doing a little bit different once we get to extra innings like this. I start going just using the same column. I'll do the Yanks in the 9th, and then after that I'm going to keep following the column down. So here's Lopez in the bottom of the 9th inning, leading off against Moore, who's a C at 26, and that'll be a fly ball to Allison in right center, and he makes the catch, 1 down. Next up is Yogi Berra, left-handed hitter, 36, and that's ball 4, so Berra's on with a walk. It's a go-ahead run at first base. Mickey Mantle up next. Pitch for Moore, and that's going to be a 56, which will be a pop-up. He's not a, is he a Y? No, he's an XW. 34. Let me see. That may be a. I'm wondering if that's 34 will be a pop-up shortstop. 2 out. Next up is Roger Maris, another left-handed hitter. Yanks have a bunch of those in the lineup. Here's a pitch, and that's a 24. Struck him out, and that retires the side. So no runs, no hits, a walk. And they leave 1. And we go to the 10th inning. Top of the 10th, Moore, the pitcher leading off. He's pitched 2 innings. I'm going to pinch hit for him here. And it's going to be the, we got a lefty in there, so we're going to look for a righty. We're going to look for, see who we got. Oh, I don't think I have any of these guys. Wow, I don't know. Those guys are just here for a couple of at-bats. Okay, hold on a second. Let me see who I have available. Coast, Sheldon, Valley. Okay, these are the Yanks. Going through all my players. All right. Trying to pick a pinch hitter here. I have Lepsio, I have Kubeck. Kubeck is a lefty. Lepsio is not on the. I got Tuttle, he's not on there. Narrigan, he's another lefty. Altabelli, another lefty, he's not even on the roster right now. Mincher, Stubbs. So I'm going to have to go with a lefty. I'm going to have to go. Oh, Mincher's there. Okay, I'm going to use Mincher. Mincher should have some power. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. I don't know. I know him as having power. But he is an extra player, Mincher. He does have some power, so let's see. We're going to bring in Mincher. In the 10th, he came in the 8th. All right, let's see what happens. Mincher in the top of the 10th inning, leading off against Yo-Yo Arroyo. Here's a pitch, and that's a 63, and that is a drive in the gap. Mantle after it, and Mantle comes up with it. Nice catch by Mickey Mantle. Got good wood on it and drove it, but Mantle was able to run it down. 1 down. Next is Zola Versailles. This is a 2-2 game here. Top of the 10th, a 65, and that's fly to right. Maris near the line, and he makes the catch. 2 down. Up is Lenny Green. Green today's 0 for 3 and a walk. That's a snake eyes. That's going to be extra bases. It's a drive to right. Let's see if it hangs up there and off the wall and into second base standing is Lenny Green with a 2-out double. So the go-ahead run is at second base for Harman Killebrew. And they're going to pitch to Harman Killebrew. They could pitch to Jim Lemon. You know what? I'm going to walk Killebrew. Let's see what Killebrew would have done. Ooh, would have been made out. And we're going to face Jim Lemon. That's a 23, and that'll be a 28 with first and second. And that's a ball. Oh, is that a ball hit right back to the mound? No. Shortstop, 6'4", fielder's choice. And that'll end the inning. So Lemon grounds out to Kubeck. Kubeck flips it to Richardson. Go to the bottom of the 10th inning. New pitcher now. And we're going to grab a guy named, let's see, 37. It's got to be, his name looks like Please. So I don't know if his name is Please or not, but I got to find out how you pronounce his name. So let's see. These are all Yankees. Keep on looking at the Yankees. Don't recognize any of these players, so. All right, Bill Please. He's coming in for more. He's a YW and a D pitcher, so basically the board, like the league average, right? Here's Bill Skowron leading off. Bill Skowron is slow. Here's a pitch from Please, 26, and bounced to short. Charged by Versailles, and he throws out Skowron. Had plenty of time. Skowron does not run well. Tony Kubeck is next. With a 43 and a 29. That'll be ball hit right back to the mound. Picked up by Please, and he throws him out. All right, so Bill Plice rhymes with spice, not please, but Plice. And ball's grounded right back to him, and he flips over to Killebrew for out number 2. So that's why I have to, double check these things, because it's really annoying to go on through the game and mispronounce the guy's name. So it's Bill Plice, rhymes with spice, and here's Cleve Boyer. That's a 52 and a 27. That'll be bounced to third, picked up by Bertoya, and Bertoya throws him out to retire the side. 3 up and 3 down. We are in the 11th inning now. All right, it's going to be Bob Allison leading off. Arroyo's going into his, let's see. Into his third, his second inning, right? No, his third inning. Yeah, his third inning. So we're going to let him go one more. You know what? We're going to pull him because he's an A. I'm going to go with the new pitcher, even though he's up next. So I'm going to pull a double switch here. Let's pull a double switch. Let's see. We're going to grab. Blanchard, plays catcher, left field, and right field. Now we need a shortstop or a third. We need a first baseman or a Elston Howard. I'm going to put in Elston Howard right there. Did I not? Yeah, okay. Elston Howard right there. And then at first base, we're going to bring in a pitcher, and it's going to be Coates. Oh, hold on a second. Bullpen. Let me see. Yeah, Coates is going to be coming, and he'll be the Muscarin spot, the first base. All right, we got the double switch. So we got Elston Howard, first base. And then we're going to have Skowron. We have a pitcher there. Let's grab Elston Howard. He'll be leading off. And it's going to be the new pitcher is going to be Coates for Yo-Yo Arroyo. Jim Coates is his name. He's a B, a right-hander. B-Y. Let's do it. Here's Allison. Allison with a 63, and that is popped up. Foul ground. Catcher Berra flips the mask away. One down. Here's Batty with a 23, and that's bounced to short, charged by Kubeck. Kubeck fires the first, and in time, 6-3. Two out, and here's Bertoya. Bertoya with a snake eyes, and that's going to be lined, ribbed to left for a base hit, cut off in the corner by Lopez, and a strong throw to Richardson at second base is going to hold him to a single. 2-out single for Bertoya. And he is 1 for 5 now. He's from Italy, Italian third baseman. Interesting. Billy Gardner, born in Italy. Billy Gardner now. Here's a pitch, and it's a 65, 32 fly ball to Maris. And that retires the side, so no runs. One hit, one left, and we move to the bottom of the 11th inning. Whoa. Bottom of the 11th is going to be Elston Howard leading off. He's got good power against Place. What's his name? Bill Place. Pitch is a 12, and that'll be a ground ball, second base. Second baseman Gardner throws him out. Here's Richardson. Pitch that's a 55, and that is lined for a base hit. Richardson is on with a single. Rips one to left center field. Cut off by Green and gets it in quickly to Gardner. Here comes Hector Lopez. Hector Lopez today is 1 for 5. Pitch from Place. That's going to be a 22, and that's line base hit. Going to third will be Richardson, I believe. Let's see. See what it says. It says run on first, 8, single line drive to left, runner to third. First and third, winning run is at third base. They're going to have to play the infield in. They're going to walk. Yogi Berra, load the bases. And we're going to roll for Yogi, see what happens. So Lopez singles. Second hit of the day, and Berra, they're going to walk Berra. And here's Mantle. Here's what Mantle would have done, nothing. Struck out. No, I mean Berra. Now it's Mantle. So they're going to face Mantle with the bases loaded. They're going to bring the infield in. There's nothing else they can do. I mean, I know it's Mantle batting, but what are you going to do? So they're going to play the infield in. Hopefully they can get the home to first double play. Here's Twice. Pitch to Mickey, and a 54 is a fly ball to right. Who's in right field? He is a 1. This is probably the ball game. Base is full. Fly out. Runner on second and third advance, and the ball game is over. Sacrifice fly. And scoring is Richardson, and the Yanks win it by a score of 3-2 in 11 innings. Sac fly. 9. And that's the ball game, my friends. The win goes to Coates. He's 1-0. The loss will go to Bill Pleiss. He's 0-1. This was opening day, right? And let's see what we got here. Yanks. Richardson had 3 hits. Mantle had 2 hits. And both Skowron and Kubick hit home runs, both their first. Whitey Ford had a perfect game going through 6, and leading off the top of the 7, Zola Versailles lined a double in the gap to end that situation. And Whitey Ford pitched well, except then he lost it in the 9th, lost his control, and he got pulled. He walked the bases loaded, allowed the tying run to come in. The Yanks win in the end, 3-2. So that's a good thing for the Yanks. They're 1-0 in 1961. This is Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV, APBA 1961, classic cards, classic boards, classic dice shaker. What can I say? I'll see you guys soon. Remember to join Universal Baseball Association, the Facebook group for people that hate Facebook groups. And thanks to our sponsors. Come to where the flavor is. Come to Marlboro Country. Pass Blue Ribbon Beer. Recapture the flavor of a great time. Don't forget Lucky Strike. If it's a taste you like, light up a Lucky Strike. And I will see you guys soon. Take care.